Hello and welcome to another episode here, Big Man in the Woods. I'm here in my back garden because I wanted to show you a how-to vlog. I get asked all the time, in particular at Gilwell reunion last weekend, about my Scout fire starters, such as the Baskerville Bunrer and my tube full of belly button fluff. So I thought, you know what? Let's show you how to make them. Have a look. Right, so the first one I'm going to show you is my tube full of belly button fluff. Okay, this went down really well at Gilwell reunion last weekend. Everyone was asking. It's really simple to make, and the Scouts will make it, but you've got to do a bit of homework and a bit of prep. Okay, so in this one it's a kitchen roll, but I haven't got any spare kitchen roll. I've only got a toilet roll. Okay, so you need some toilet roll and quite a lot of belly button fluff. Okay, so my joke is that this is a month's supply of belly button fluff. But in actual fact, you can use the same joke. It's quite funny. It's just a big bag of lint, so the stuff that you collect at the tumble dryer, you know, at the bottom, and that's what quite a lot of kitchen fires, because this stuff is just dried, just cloth basically, isn't it? It's material from the tumble dryer, and it's all dried out, and it sparks really well. Okay, so it's a really simple thing to do. So should we show you how to do it? All right, let's do it. Okay, so quite simply, all you're going to do is just pack up your cotton roll with the lint. Okay, so stuff it down nice and tight. If it comes out the other end, it doesn't matter, but pop it in. Pop it in. Okay, just like that. Next, what you're going to do is got to take some tea lights or some old candles, paraffin wax candles are cool, and then melt them down, just like this. Okay, so we've melted down the wax. That's got an old tin because the wax will pull out the bottom, so we'll just make sure everything's okay. And if you're doing it with Scouts, just be really careful because the wax can be hard. So once it's filled to the top, leave it for a little bit, let it settle, and then the wax will fall to the bottom, and then you'll probably need to top it up. So let's leave this for, 10-15 minutes and come back. Another option you can do if you haven't got a kitchen roll or toilet roll is to use an egg carton. Okay, so it's the same principle. You get your lint or your belly button fluff.
Belly button.
Right, so you fill your egg cartons up with your belly button fluff, just like so. And then what you would do, so you'd fill that up as it is now, then you would pour your melted wax, just like we did with the cotton roll, with the kitchen roll. It's the same principle. Pour it over, let it settle, and then let it settle, and then you would top it up. So if you've done it, what you would do, you'll get your Scouts to like cut a section and each kind of egg carton, and then you would light that, the same principle as lighting this. So when I do it with my Scouts, what they do is they would probably cut like an inch so off here, so you get a little slice, you pop that down on your campfire, light it, and off it goes. But we'll show you in just a short while how good this belly button fluff firelighter is. Also, you've got the kitchen roll, you've got your egg carton, and another thing, I like making these fairy pillows. And basically you go to your makeup cupboard and you get these makeup pads. You can pick them up for like £1 or so, and it's the same principle as these two bad boys. You would soak them in wax and then you just leave them overnight. Then to fire them up, you just tear them in half, and then you would spark on there or take a match or something like that. And then because of the cotton wool, that uses, that works as a fuel along with the wax, and off it goes. And you'll get these going. These would last, I would say, about 10-15 minutes, so loads of time to make a fire. So there you go, there's my 3 ways of scout firelighting. So my other favorite kind of firelighter, scout firelighter, is using pine cones. Pine cones are a really good source of ignition. They're full of oils and it's really good firelighter, but it's really hard to get them lit. So some service crew in Tolmers campsite came up with this idea of getting a pine cone, sticking a whole load of silver birch in it, turning it upside down, make it into a bit of like a tripod, basically, like so. And then you light the silver birch, and the silver birch obviously takes light seconds, and then that will feed into your pine cone. It's as simple as that. All right. And as they say on Blue Peter, here's one I made earlier. So basically, you just take strips of silver birch, like so, and then you just squeeze it in, push it in the gaps of your pine cone. And just a random incidentally thing, that these pine cones I got from BP's old Wimmel house. When I went there in Wimbledon, there was a pine cone, loads of them on the floor, so I picked some up. Right, anyway, so it doesn't have to go in any kind of round thing, but I got some silver birch there. Right, so let's make a bit of a tripod. Jam that in there. Jam that in there. There's no kind of science to it, just experiment. That's all right. So you can light it like that, and then off it goes, or you can kind of put a bit of cotton wool underneath it and then spark it using your fire still from there. But I just want to show you these Baskerville burners, how good they are. So if you had this on your campfire, this goes up in seconds. But the only thing is, because I'm using silver birch, it doesn't spark. So you'd need a lighter. But you just light some of this. Imagine that on your campfire, building your twigs around it, and you've basically found this in the woods, a pine cone, some silver birch and some twigs. Job done. So you don't actually have to take this with you, you wouldn't have to prepare it. But this works really well as well. And there we have it. Let's move that out of the way so you can see that going. And if you have that on your campfire, look at that. That's going to burn for ages. So that's plenty of time to start building. So now if we were building our campfire, we would start building it up, put our twigs around, you know, we'd have this on our raft, and that's going to burn for ages. So we've got the wax inside it, that's going to act as the fuel, and our lint. And this is all waterproof. This whole tube here is waterproof. Really easy and a really good project for your scouts. So it works, belly button fluff. So there you have it, a few scout firelighters for you to try and get your scouts to make the project. So I hope you enjoyed it, and go and try it. It's really simple and really effective. So you've got the Baskerville burners, you can just find it in the park wherever you go camping. And then you've got fairy pillows, you need to make them yourselves at the scout hall. And then you've got the belly button fluff tube, you can make that at scout hall. The egg cartons, there's a whole load of little things, but these ones are the ones that my scouts personally use, and I get them to make for scout camp, and I show them all at reunion. So there you go, until the next time, happy camping and all the best.